Hello, lovelies. Well, it's been a very interesting time in these past few weeks. I feel like everybody's kind of coming out of a slump and getting their energies back into normal. A few of you may have been getting out and doing a little bit more partying than usual, even if that's with yourself. And some of you guys have been kind of doing this balancing act between your emotions and your confidence versus your ego and your desires. And Leo season is about having that optimism and having this bold charisma and wanting to get out there and meet new people, but it's also about balancing that ego and that demeanor that can be demanding or bossy. So depending on what's going on in your life, depending on zodiacs, of course, that can be a good thing in a way because it can bring your voice out more, but in other ways it can hinder opportunities because at times that can be the wrong voice that you want to be speaking. So we're going to be taking a look at where your Leo energy is placed within, your current circumstances. Find out really where you're at currently with everything and where you might be pushing a little too hard, where you need to be focusing a little bit more, and overall, what can you look forward to coming in the next month or so, okay? So let's take a look and see where your personal zodiac is for the month of August 2020. All right, Pisces, how this energy applies to you. Well, you've been waiting for this peaceful time to come, this existence that steps it up in life, and you know what? It's almost here. The best thing you can do is keep that outer existence, that bigger kind of world around you, just as in balance with that inner world. And in whatever way that applies to you, if you've been resonating to make some changes, to seek out some whatever it is, new hobbies, new career paths, new friends, new, whatever it is, make sure you're doing that and keeping everything in balance so that when that time does come, you are prepared and ready for it, and there's really nothing left that you need to focus on. It'll also help with some of that reassurance if you've been needing it. Clarity will come to you a little bit more easily and you won't feel so restless. So definitely utilize that time and be willing to be a little bit more proactive with balancing that. It'll keep you feeling more productive when it comes to some of that extra energy you have as well, okay? So as far as your current energy at the present moment, we've got the 10 of Pentacles popped out in the reverse. So definitely looking for that payoff, looking for that reward, looking for that karmic gift that comes back to you saying, hey, you've been waiting for all this time, been very patient, and here you go, here's your karmic payoff to show you that it was worth it, okay? So you're waiting for that. You're waiting for someone else that could also be in that space of that spiritual connection where you might already have that connection, but you're waiting on someone else to kind of get in line and get in tune with that. The connection can feel a little bit interesting this month because there is that tendency to seem domineering, demanding, bossy, kind of mean, where you Pisces would never really come off like that. But it can this month, especially if someone's dealing with their own inner demons, their own inner issues, their own situations. You're going to want to be straightforward because the way you resonate to say it, as long as you're not coming from a place of ill will intention or emotions that really don't need to be expressed, then you're kind of in a safe space, and obviously it needs to be spoken. I would maybe take a moment to reevaluate, make sure you're saying it in the best delivery possible to get the point across, but without anything extra or hurt feelings. And otherwise, if it does come off that way and that's all in line, then it's meant to come off that way and it's for good reason. So you might be thrown off a little bit even some days, like why am I like that? Why am I coming off quite so strong? And that's generally probably why. Okay, now when it comes to where you might be coming off a little bit strong, the 8 of Wands, you want things to kind of pick up the pace. You want things now, you want it snappy, you want to have these results, ASAP. And that's tough. I feel like you've been delivering this message for some time. You've been giving it to the universe. You've been expressing this to, your ultimate goal and ideas and dreams and desires, putting it all out there and waiting for it to come back. But I do feel like even though you've done everything in your power to kind of get it and to hasten the process, to make it come faster, everything you possibly can, it's inevitably going to take its divine time. And I think at the moment you're just creating more stress, anxiety, or restlessness for yourself because you want things to be happening now. And you might give the wrong impression and kind of create an unconventional route that would create a result you might not be so happy with. So, just go with the flow the best that you can. And the best way you can do that is you want to be proactive, but you don't want to be so proactive to where the wrong impression's being made. You want to show your care, your compassion, your love, that passion that you have, but without giving the wrong impression, like you're not willing to be a team member, or like you're not willing to take into consideration other perspectives or feelings or emotions, or like you have to be number one, or you have to be heard. You still want to keep yourself vulnerable and let others feel like they have a space too, okay? Ten of Swords. So getting just a clear you're getting an opportunity to clear that up, let's put it that way. And it's going to be pretty clear. All of these signs are going to show you exactly what it is, that needs to be addressed, and you're not going to have a question really, other than you might want to take a step and just kind of consider your words before you throw them out there. I would, just so you don't give the wrong impression. I can't stress that enough at the moment, because your intentions are so good, so it would be bad to give that wrong impression. Two of Cups there, so this is definitely regarding a partnership of some kind, or the love you have for somebody, or even that self-love that you have for yourself, just kind of keeping your intentions and your influences in a very straight place. I think right now it's just been kind of all over the place with the energies, with your relationships in general, and I would say that I wouldn't look too deep into the bigger changes around you, because the people are going through a lot right now. As long as those situations and those people aren't asking you to change your core self, then you're in good shape. If there are others that are influencing you in such ways, unless it's to consider a deeper meaning or a deeper lesson that you resonate with, they have their own situations going on, and you might need to consider what vibrations and frequencies you guys are driving at, and consider maybe, whether or not that's you need to expend more energy than you need to. Okay, so just give what needs to be given, and don't give too much is what I'm seeing, because you can get there's a potential for just depleting yourself. Now, how can you stay kind of moving forward in that direction that you're wanting to go to? Four of Pentacles. So, kind of staying a step ahead of the game, paying it forward with this one. It's seeing things for straight value and not expecting too much, not creating any unnecessary fear or anxiety, and just staying balanced. Okay, that's the best thing you can do. Not worrying about anything that you can't change or control. Just letting the outcome go and allowing yourself to be at peace with where you're at presently, and watching how this is going to unfold, because you are coming towards that ultimate moment, that peace that you've been waiting for. All that patience is getting ready to pay off. So don't sabotage it now just because you're that close and you feel it. And a lot of you that are intuitive really feel this happening, but it can be confusing. It can seem like it's going in the wrong direction, or like it's just taking forever. But I do see something big happening, so I would just be patient a little bit longer. And if you want to see how that kind of applies to your personal situation, feel free to reach out. All my information on how to book a session is down below, and everything is still 50% off. So have a fantastic month. Much love.